Hello, world. A wonderful day to all of you. Welcome to the Institute of Global Professionals. Thank you for joining us for another live session of free international webinar here in IGP. My lovely audience, I am Marbeth from the Philippines, and I am honored to be your host for the day. I'm so glad to be with you once again in this virtual world. If there is a thing that we should be thankful about during the pandemic period, I think it's the opportunity that it provides for all of us to gather virtually through this international free webinar brought to us by the Institute of Global Professionals, or IGP. I hope that everyone will stay with us until the end of the program because we have a lot of things in store for you today. Here in IGP webinars, you do not just listen to our speaker, but we also encourage your participation through our quiz competition and the Q&A part. In our quiz competition, the top 10 participants will receive their quiz completion certificate that is right after the event. Then it will be followed by the Q&A part where everyone will have the opportunity to interact with our speaker by sending in your questions in the comments section below. In the latter part of the program, we will provide you the certification code and also the certification process on how you can generate your or auto-download your e-certificate. Although our website is already back, we are still encountering database problems. Sometimes, in this case, you may just refresh your browser. Another thing that is that the e-certificate we are receiving had some issues, but rest assured that the IGP team is doing its best to address this issue. Please give the IGP's technical team few more days to fix this issue. For sure, everything will be back as it used to be. Please bear with us at the moment. We appreciate your patience and your understanding. Thank you so much for that. With this, everybody is still encouraged to stay with us till the end of the program because a lot of exciting things awaits us today. I am sure all of us will have many takeaways and payoffs from this webinar, only from IGP. I'm proud to tell you that every day many new participants are still joining with us, so let me give you a little background about IGP. The Institute of Global Professionals is an educational institution which provides social work. We believe that it is not effective to increase one's skills by just acquiring formal education. So we provide training and consultation to generate a proficient generation through webinars, trainings, offline and online courses with best speakers and highly trained coaches from around the globe to cater you with the best learning platform. I'm proud to inform you that IGP is an ISO certified training education institute. We are globally accredited and internationally recognized. IGP is your trusted platform to learn new things from the global leading leaders. We are the leading online skill development institution with thousands of learners worldwide. Our mission is to empower people and enhance their skills through webinars. We are committed to serve. We wish that you remain with us in this endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to the Institute of Global Professionals Free International Webinar. Once again, I am Marbeth, a core volunteer of IGP from the Philippines. I'm so privileged to host today's webinar. With this, I'd like to say let's watch together as we learn together. We believe that the power is gained by sharing knowledge and not by hoarding it. Did you know that as of yesterday, we have already successfully completed 307 webinars in various topics of your interest? All of these are available in our website, that is www.eduigp.com. Feel free to access them anytime. You can review all our previous webinars from our website. We expect that all of you are getting a little bit benefited both in your personal and professional life. From time to time, you may like, share, tag your friends, and write comments. Share us how you feel about IGP and what you think about IGP. You may also share us how IGP is being helpful to you both in your personal and professional development. And also, don't hesitate to ask questions or write feedback. You may also give suggestions that will help us innovate the program in the comments section below. All of these will be greatly appreciated. Please support us by liking and subscribing to IGP's Facebook page, Facebook group, and YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the bell button to be notified with our live streaming every day. Before proceeding to our program for today, first allow me to greet some of our active participants from our FB Live and the YouTube channel live streaming. Hello and warm greetings to the following. Mary Joy Sarmiento. Hello, Ma'am Mary Joy Rodolfo Alemania. Okay, Sheila May Idala. And also we have here Lamberto Pilatan, Richard Danielas, Alex Javier Alvarez, Abdullah Al Mamun. Hello, sir. Evelyn Waperi. Hello, ma'am. Nico Dan Miro. Ana Marie Joy Alcance. Okay, we have Marisa Gumabong. And we have JP Filbert. We also have here Tess Rivera. Hello there. Ana Marjoy Alcance again. John Paul Corsanes. Okay. Girly Abao. Joy Grace Castro Domingo Agatep. Hello there. Eugene the Best Gabriel. Hello, sir. And then Carmela B. Jaan. And then we have some Facebook users. We have Morris Rifa Madti. Madti, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Jacqueline Garcia. Lily Rose Lumangyao. Arlan A. Kabagnan. Andrew G. Gintalan. Gilbert Abaw. Okay, I am checking some more names here. Okay, Alia Delgado, then Renalu Pulido Sampaga. Hello to all our audience for tonight. Thank you for watching. Christine B. Benusa. Okay, Rodolfo Alemania again. Dennis Serso, Michael Unciano. Okay, we have Apple Salazar and Alex Javier Alvarez. So we have plenty of viewers today. Okay, and some few more names. Let's have some more names. Erica J. Marquez, Alex Javier, okay, Romel Hernandez, Rosalie Derecho, okay, Tess Rivera, hello, Rosalia Derecho, okay, and then Rhea Matugas Antero. Greetings to all our active participants from our greetings to all the active participants and consistent participants of IGP Daily Webinar. Happy watching to all of you. Without further ado, let's start our program with the IGP's mantra, feed your skills, innovate, inspire, impact. For today, we are presenting webinar 309 on successful communication in an international and intercultural setting. Today, we have one brilliant speaker from the Philippines. He is a teacher and an international public speaker. He is a professor from University of Mindanao. He is actually a graduate of he is an English major. And let's welcome our speaker for today, none other than Genesis G. Genelsa. Welcome, sir.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Ma'am Maribeth.
Hello,
Good morning, good
sir.
day, or good evening, everyone.
Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm actually ecstatic to share again my knowledge about certain topic today. So yeah,
Actually, this is, I know that this is your second time. Our dear audience, we have a very
yes.
energetic speaker for
Mhm.
tonight. Okay,
Yeah.
take it away, Sir Genesis. Please share your
Okay,
screen.
okay.
And
Before
also,
anything else,
you may also,
yes.
yes, share something about yourself.
Ah, sure. Before anything else, I am just so grateful today that I have now Miss Maribeth because the last time that I was here, I was all alone. But now we have Miss Maribeth, so I am grateful for that, Miss Maribeth. So with that, let's start with our learning and let's learn and grow together as what IGP wanted us to have here. So let me share my screen first. Mhm. Uh, Before anything else, let me just share you a video about this. Since my topic is about successful communication in an international and intercultural setting, so let me share this type of video that maybe some of you can relate. So let's start. Hello, what's happening?
Can you just play it again, sir? I think it's post. Did you pause the video?
Oh, I cannot hear
Okay.
it. Ma'am Maribeth.
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me now? Okay. I think we have some technical problem right now. But then I would like to remind all of you, don't forget to like, share, write your comment, and tag your friends here in our live webinar. We'll just wait for a while for Sir Genesis to come back. Okay, while doing that, let's have something to do. What can I give you? Okay, since while waiting for Sir Genesis, let's have some tasks to do. I would like you to share in our comment box something about IGP. Tell us how IGP is helping you in your personal and professional development. Can you do that? Okay, and I will be reading some of the comments. Okay. Tell us how IGP is being helpful to you in your personal and professional life. Me, I think IGP helped me a lot because I've gained confidence in being in the virtual world like this. I know I'm not that good, but then I am so thankful for the IGP for giving me this opportunity to be one of their hosts, and that is something that helps me a lot in my professional life. Hello to Sir AK Adhikari, one of our regular attendee here in IGP. Okay, let me see. Let me see your comments. Good evening to all of you. Okay, good evening. Hello to Jenny Somine Almojuela. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Okay, we have plenty of comments here. I could not find your answer to the task that I have given you. According to JP Pilbert, looking forward for some learnings from you, sir. And some are welcoming Sir Genesis.
So
Okay.
sorry for that. I just there's something wrong with my signal since we experiencing this signal because of Odette of the storm. I just really hope that my voice is clear now. So sorry for that, guys.
Okay,
Am I
yes,
audible?
sir. I can
Oh,
hear you now. Yes, you are.
okay. Thank you so much for that. Um, so again, so sorry for the and something that happened today. I just don't know what.
Okay.
Okay, so before anything else, let me just share to you a video
Sir,
that
before
made me.
you proceed, can I just read something here?
Yes, sure.
Okay, because I gave them a task to do while you were away.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
first, according to John Paul Corsanes, personally po, I am a new subscriber here. But I do hope that IGP will greatly impact my professional and personal growth. Hoping to learn a lot. Thank you in advance. Okay, that's very nice. IGP has helped me to expand my knowledge with its different topics outside my specialization. That is from Mikey Leonardo, and then from Richard Dianelos. It helped me a lot because I can learn many things and help me provide our school requirements. Oh, that's good. From Lamberto Pilatan, IGP is my daily source of information. Me too, actually, and learnings. Thus, I am so grateful. Okay, and then I was not able to read because we have so many. Thank you first for a lifetime member on the eve of Christmas. That is from Lamberto. And good evening from Lamberto. Okay, sir, I will be just reading their comments later. You may proceed to your presentation.
Okay, so thank you so much for that, ma'am, for saving me.
Yes.
Okay, before anything else, let me just show you this video. Okay, the reason why I have to just share that to you because it's somehow related to our topic for today, which is about this one, the successful communication in an international and intercultural setting. So I really believe that we have our own ways and coping mechanisms when we talk to people that we know or we may not know. But how much more if we have to communicate with people internationally or with people who have different backgrounds, different cultures, internationally or even in your country? That's really a big problem to us in communicating with them that they may be able to understand you even if you are your culture is this or that, or we have different certain culture. That is why my task for today is to discuss successful communication in an international and intercultural communication or setting. Okay. So they said that communication competence is one factor in the success of an individual. Of course. So in order to be successful in communicating, you should have a certain competence. However, because of globalization, that globalization has created a big impact in dramatic ways on the way people to communicate. I believe before when I was a child, um, the only way for you to be able to communicate with people far from you is to write a letter, right? To write a letter, have a pen pal, or just send it through the envelope, right? But nowadays, because of globalization, uh, it changes dramatically. Like it somehow helps us to transmit our message easily because of globalization. But by the way, globalization doesn't only mean transaction of business, but uh, let's just talk about how globalization become a factor in communication these days. And part of this global development is the advent of the fourth industrial revolution or the advent of technology, which brought about massive developments in the information technology. Today, as we all know, that nowadays you need not fly to other countries to conduct meetings. But before, in order to conduct meetings in different country, you have to go there, ride an airplane. But nowadays, you can just do teleconferencing or video calling because of the globalization or the advent of information or the industrial revolution. Thus, because of globalization, we have this. We have these platforms that we may be able to use when we communicate with people. I'm sure that um, some of you had been using this one, right? You have been using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube as a way of delivering your message to your friends or to people. And how much more if it is globally, right? How much more if it is internationally? Right now, what we have experiencing today is actually um, a kind of uh, an example of a successful communication in an international setting. Right now, I know for sure that some of you are from the Philippines, some of you are from India, from Indonesia, or from any other countries. And this is actually a kind of an international and intercultural setting today. We're not just using Facebook or anything else, but sometimes we do teleconferencing, just like this, for example, or the live that we have today. And by all means, they said that globalization means the speed up of movements, of exchanges of human beings, goods, services, capital, and so on and so forth. And globalization is truly the word used to describe the growing interdependence of the world's economies. Yes, that's the definition of globalization. But let's just deal with communication. How globalization has become helpful in communication. So let's just say, because of globalization is the star of our life or the word of the day. That is why I put it here in your screen. Globalization, the star. Why? In the first place, globalization. Because of globalization and communication, we have virtual interactions. For example, today, or when you are having your Facebook, your Messenger, that's the product of globalization. You have virtual interactions. That's one of the effects of globalization, good effects. At the same time, because of globalization and communication, we have this information highway. Yes, because of the fourth industrial revolution and the advent of technology, it is now easy for us to transmit information. It is now easy to grab that information and to digest and analyze if this is really correct or not. Nowadays, if you are struggling with your assignments in your uh, in your study, all you need to do is just browse the internet. Then go to Google, go to Facebook, or whatever platforms that you will be using just to get the information. Thus, globalization, because of globalization, there is this information highway, a bridge for information. And of course, because of globalization and communication and the advent of technology today, we have easily had this business transaction. As I have told you a while ago, that nowadays you don't have to fly to other countries just to have a virtual meeting. I don't have to go in your country just to have this conversation, because now we have this type of a live session or virtual session. At the same time, if we will be going to deal with business, it is now easy for us to be able to share or to be able to transact business to different countries. Online selling, for example, before, if you if you wanted to shop or to buy something, you have to go to the market, you have to go to the mall. But nowadays, because of the product of globalization, we cannot easily transact and buy something in the internet. And lastly, because of globalization and because of the advent of technology today, we have this social media power. Of course, in communication in an international uh, setting, it is now easy for you to be able to share your insights. It is now easy for you to be able to share your thoughts and be an influencer that you really wanted to, just by giving your thoughts. And you're like, yes. But nowadays, you can be an influencer. You can share your voice and share insights anytime, anywhere. That is why we have this social media power. Anyone can have this power. It doesn't mean that those people who are popular can have this social media power. Anyone can have this kind of power just by posting random thoughts or an update to your Facebook, to your Twitter, to your Instagram. You may be able to share your thoughts easily and, influence others. That's how powerful globalization is. Because of globalization, we have experiencing this certain phenomena. That is why the advent of information and communication technology has made the globe smaller, where it has become as easy as a flick of a finger for you to be able to communicate and interact with people among countries and peoples had been facilitated because of that globalization. You can now interact with people all around the world, just like today. I can be able to share my thoughts to you from the Philippines to the to India to any other kind of country who are actually listening right now. That's how powerful this kind of effect to us that we are experiencing nowadays. Consequently, relationship between peoples had been globalized. As I said before, in order to communicate with people, you just send letters. But now, gone are the days of letters. You can just easily message people that you like, message people that you really wanted to talk to. That's why, let's just say, globalization is the word of the day. And because of that, interaction and communication among peoples had become frequent and inevitable. Who wouldn't, right? Who wouldn't? Who are not really using Facebook nowadays? We've been using it to transact, to transmit information to our friends, to our family, or even to strangers. That's why the effect of globalization is internationalization and interculturalization. By the way, I will not be going to speak in a way that uh, it is only intended for the people that you know. But this message or this information that I will be going to share to you today and tonight is global. That maybe you may come across with people that is different, that had or have different backgrounds with you. How will you be going to approach those people that might be that might have different backgrounds with you? That is why the effect of globalization is internationalization and interculturalization. But the question now is, yes, we have this product of globalization and the advent of technology today. And in light of these developments, how could you be an effective communicator? How can you be an effective communicator when you will be going to deal with people that is, a stranger to you or a foreign to you? How will you adapt to these kind of development wherein nowadays you can just message people away, even if it is stranger or not? So with that, today, my topic is all about successful communication in an international and intercultural setting. Again, this information is not just about the people that you know, how will you be going to talk with the people that you know, but this message is for everyone, people that you may know or you may not know or foreign to you or a stranger to you. That's why today, let me just give you some tips on how to be successful in communicating in an international and intercultural setting. That's one. First, that's global awareness, cultural sensitivity, cultural intelligence and competence, respect for the culture, and openness and positive attitude towards others. Let's start with global awareness. In order for you to say that it is a successful communication in interacting with an international setting or an intercultural setting, you should have global awareness. A while ago, before I started with my topic, I just presented you a video of someone having different accents. Yes, as a matter of fact, we have different accents. One, why is it that I am trying to give that to you a while ago, even if there is a slight an interference? Because we have to be aware globally of the people that we are talking to. Nowadays, some people are actually fan of humiliating people with their accents, right? Some people are, that accent is India, that accent is a Philippine English, or whatever it is, accent that they have. Some have this certain respect, and you know, some are really fan of humiliating people with their accent. But let's just take note that in order to have a successful communication, we have to have this kind of awareness, that global awareness, that even if we have different accents, different backgrounds, different setting, we're still the same. The mere point of communication is to be understood clearly. So, I know some of you here are fan of um, grammar constructions, that I want to make my construction correctly. But to some cultures, they are not really, fan of doing that. Or they are not really into being aware of being conscious with grammar. That is why some are actually fan of humiliating, or some are actually mocking people with their accents, with their grammar construction, which is supposed to be, it should not a problem. Because as I said, communication, in order to have uh, a successful communication, it should be clearly understood by others, regardless of their accents, regardless of their grammar construction. And another thing is one should be knowledgeable of developments and issues obtaining in countries around the world. Of course, uh, for example, if you are talking with foreigners, since it's all about international setting, if you're talking with a foreigner, you have to be careful. You have to be conscious of what you will say, what you will ask to them. Because in the first place, maybe it can affect them, good or bad. That is why our next tip is to have cultural sensitivity. From this perspective, to be effective communicator, to be an effective communicator, we have to know and accept and respect the culture of our audience. You have to be sensitive. At the same time, you have to be aware about them. Gone are the days of insensitivity. As a matter of fact, uh, if you want them to accept you or to communicate with you, then you have to accept them as well. You have to have certain sensitivity when it comes to their backgrounds, when it comes to their culture, to have an effective communication. Thus, cultural sensitivity is important in achieving a successful communication in an international and intercultural setting. Be sensitive. If you, for example, if you will be going to other countries and then this kind of issue is supposed to be not the type of conversation that you will be going to talk, then avoid it. Or if this type of topic is, you know, um, not an ideal one to their culture, then try to avoid it. You have to be sensitive. You don't have to talk about things that should not be. For example, I have a friend that is I am a Christian, and and she is actually a Muslim, a Muslim. So as you can see, we have different backgrounds. So in order to have a kind of successful communication, we have to have certain acceptance with them. You don't have to talk about things that not related to your conversation, or might a kind of conversation that is out of the topic. Thus, be culturally sensitive whenever you talk with people that is foreigner, or even in an to your friends, or in an especially in an international and intercultural setting. And next is to have cultural intelligence and competence. Take note that this quality relates to the capability of a person to adjust and cope with situations in which differences in cultures and beliefs are observed. Please take note that we are individually different. We are different, of course. We have our own differences. So with that, if you will be able to if you will be able to talk and converse with people, stranger or internationally, you should have cultural competence and intelligence before conversing with them. You have to adjust. You have to cope with that situation before before talking with them. And next step is to respect for the cultures and beliefs of others. Let's not forget that respect is highly valued. That is why respect begets respect. And that means if you want others to respect you, then you should also give certain respect to them. People will respect you if they sense that you also respect them. So who who among you here would like to listen to someone who is disrespectful? Who wouldn't, right? I don't want to talk to certain people who is actually disrespectful. So again, respect begets respect. If you want them to respect you should also respect them. That's the first, I guess, one of the key to have one of the keys in to have successful communication, to give respect. Respect always. And another tip is openness and have positive attitude towards others. Of course, you have to be open. You have to have this certain positive attitude when you will be going to talk or communicating or conversing with that person. So the key to a successful relationship is an open and positive attitude towards others. Um, Here, um, to have a successful communication, uh, please take away this negative attitude that you have. Take that away. Because if you want to have a common flow or a meaningful way or meaningful conversation, then please take note that certain attitude must be valued. That is why you have to start a conversation by a positive comment, and you will almost certainly get a positive response. So give and take. Be positive, and he or she will also give certain positive attitude to you. And at the same time, be open. Don't lie. Don't lie. Be honest all the time. Because if you're not honest, then I believe people will not be going to listen to you. Especially people who are not really, not well known, or you don't really know well. So with this, let us take note of the important pointers in communication. So with the tips that I have given you to have certain successful communication in an international and intercultural setting. So let's just also take note of these important pointers in communication. Let's not forget to be ethical. Be ethical. Professional. Be professional. Be formal when you will be going to talk with them, to your foreigners, to other people. Be ethical. Different countries actually have distinct ethical rules to follow in communication. Thus, it is highly recommended that you make a simple study of your audience. That is why the first tip is to have the global awareness. You have to know what are the ethical rules that they follow in communication. You have to know their culture and the way they communicate and the basic rules they follow so that you may be able to have a common flow of communication. That's why be ethical, be professional all the time. Doesn't mean that um, I can only be professional to those people who are professional. No, it's not that way. It should not be like that. You have to respect at the same time people that you think that you think that needs a certain kind of model. Be a model for everyone, by the way. And this one, use standard English terms and sentences. In communicating with people that is, um, foreigner, for example, or internationally or interculturally, I really suggest that um, you have to use standard English terms and sentences. And with that, you have to avoid this. Avoid slang or idiomatic expressions which are not common to the audience. especially internationally when you will be going to talk or um, conversing with them. Uh, in this type of conversation in an international setting, standard English is a must. I believe that standard English is a must because some people might not understand your lingos. Some people might not understand the way you communicate, the way you use the language. That is why I am really highlighting this, people, that you have to use standard English terms and sentences. As much as possible, be simple. Use basic English when you will be going to talk to them. Or for example, in a business transaction, in a meeting, or in an online communication, be simple. Uh, the point of communication is to express, right? To express clearly, not to impress with the words that you have. It does not really about having having knowledge or having so many words in your mind. It does not really that important actually for me. That is why I'm telling you this. Um, in conversing, maybe just use basic English. Just use things that is easy or words that is easy for them. That is why do not I really highlight this. Do not use slang or idiomatic expressions. I remember it when I joined forum globally. I have mentioned when I was in high school. I have mentioned to them that break a leg, everyone, break a leg, guys, break a leg, and then to some they don't really know about the idiomatic expressions break a leg because they really thought literally that you have to break a leg. That is why they're shocked with my words, with my words. And they were like, what do you mean, Genesis? What do you mean, break a leg? That is why today I am telling you, if they don't know such things like that, then I guess you have to use basic English. So break a leg means good luck. Why not say good luck instead of break a leg, right? And use a reasonable pace or speed in speaking. This one, uh, you have to be sensitive and considerate to your audience. You don't have to be like Nicki Minaj or Eminem or The Weeknd or Drake. You don't have to rap. You don't have to talk uh, with 5 levels of speed. No, you have to be sensitive when it comes to your pace, to your speed, because maybe if you are fast, then they may not be able to hear or they might be able to analyze well your conversation or your knowledge or the information that you have been given to them. That is why also, according to them, the public speaker should avoid delivering a speech using a conversational speed. The way you talk to your friends that is colloquial or with your lingos or with your the way you talk with your friends in a conversational speed, you have to avoid that in a formal setting, especially in an international and intercultural setting because they wanted you to transmit the message well. So you have to avoid a kind of pace that is fast. And calibrating your space according to the reactions of your audience could help you succeed. Could really help you succeed. And if they understood or understand you perfectly or well, then there's an assurance that maybe your speed is good. And if you are fast, then do not assume that they really learn something from you. That's one pointer. Another pointers is keep it short and simple. That's why I wanted to do this as KISS principle. The KISS principle, or the so-called keep it short and simple. And what is that? It means you have to be simple, as brief as possible. They said researchers believe that the interest span of a normal audience has shortened. Um, I also believe about this that, for example, in a seminar or in a program, not all the topics or the information being sent to you by the speaker, you may be able to remember, right? Not everything can be remembered. That is why, if you will be the speaker or if you will be the one talking, you have to keep it short and simple. That is easy for them to understand because the interest span of them has been shortened. Shorter words and sentences are easy to digest and comprehend than longer words. Just like for this, for example, use everyone instead of the cliche each and every one. Or this one, I believe that we are really fan of saying a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you here who are listening and watching right now. I believe that we are fan of it, right? Is that a yes? That we are fan of saying a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you here, right? But for me, uh, why not just say good morning? Good morning, everyone. Why not just say good morning instead of saying a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you here who are listening right now? Why is it that there are so many flowering words where in fact you can just say good morning, everyone? We're actually fan of it. We're very fan of it. Or maybe we're really fan of using words like uh, difficult words like um, sometimes we said, oh, it's very uncanny of you to say this one. Why not say strange or weird? Just use simple word instead of difficult words. That is why keep it short and simple. Follow the KISS principle because again and again, uh, audience of us, our audience might, retain the information might be shortened or, uh, you know, the only thing that they remembered are those, essential for them. And this one, be a good listener. Uh, Let me just highlight this that it does not really mean that as in communication, you are good in talking, you're fluent, you're accurate, but you have to take note that you also have to be a good listener. Be a good listener. As they said, I really hate people who interrupt while I am speaking or while they are speaking. Who are you? Who among you here, um, you know, are really not into people who are interrupting with you when you're talking? Do you like it when someone interrupts with you while you're talking? Uh, I guess everyone, or maybe someone of you, or some, to some, of course, to some, they really hate someone who are actually interrupting with them. According to John Paul here, one of the reason is that we don't want to look intelligent in front of others. So that's why we keep on using difficult words. And according to John Paul, it is a form of disrespect. Yes, that's right. Because they said that if you interrupt, that is actually a sign that you're rude. For many cultures, interrupting a speaker is actually rude. That is why ask the question to make sure that you understood well what the other person is trying to communicate. And of course, wait for your turn to speak and never interrupt. For me, and I guess in the Philippines as well, interrupting a speaker is very rude. I can only speak from my experience that I really, really hate people who are actually interrupting with me when I am talking. I will give you the time to speak. Let me just talk first before you. And I should have a certain communication that there will be a listener, there will be a sender, and a receiver. That is why do not interrupt. Wait for your turn and be a good listener. As they said, a good communicator is also a good listener. And keep tabs of important details. It is advisable to write important details, especially complicated figures or ideas, to help your audience understand your message. This one, I really want to highlight also this, especially for those students who are listening right now. So if your teacher, for example, or if someone is actually talking to you, you can just actually take note or take note in the back of your mind those important message so that there will be something, a retention, or there's this information that will be retained in the back of your mind, or you have those notes that you will just, uh, look back about something that is, the topic that you have, conversed with. And encourage interaction. Of course, uh, in communication, one should have sender and receiver. So, how come this can be called communication or successful communication if there is no interaction? So, as a speaker, as the one talking, you have to encourage interaction. Encourage interaction by, by giving feedback. You know what? Interaction is very important for feedback and successful communication. So, if they, if they actually understood you, they understand you, then actually, I believe that there is this certain interaction. And if they understand you, then possibly there is this encouraging of interaction. Thus, you have to encourage interaction. And maybe I can suggest that to encourage interaction, you might sharpen your questioning techniques by learning to use open-ended questions. Those open-ended questions that is, there are no wrong answers or right answers. Just a flow of conversation. You might ask them open-ended questions. Thus, encourage interaction. So, in conclusion of my topic about successful communication in an international and intercultural setting, international communication is a symbolic interaction between people of different nation and states. So, again, communication should prosper in a way that there is a sender and receiver, and there is this feedback. So, in order to have a certain successful communication internationally, then you have to have certain respect, acceptance between people of different nation or different culture and background. That's the purpose of international communication. And at the same time, intercultural communication is communication between people of different cultures in which cultural values are an obvious factor in the nature of an interaction and or determining the outcome of the interaction. Right now, we are from different culture, different countries. We are having this intercultural communication at the same time international communication here in IGP. So I really suggest to show kindness, to show acceptance, to show respect to one another. That's the point of communication. And I guess also the point why IGP have this kind of organization for us to be able to share our insights as a speaker in this organization in an intercultural and international communication or setting. And intercultural communication is a symbolic interpretive people from different cultures create shared meanings. This is why, according to IGP, let's learn and grow together. We do this. We actually do this international communication. We feed uh, our minds with skills, right? Let's learn and grow together with this kind of intercultural and international communication that we are experiencing today. And take note that a desire for intercultural and international communication starts from the point of view that communication is better if it is constructive and does not suffer from misunderstanding and breakdowns. That is uh, misunderstandings and breakdowns should be avoided in order to prosper, in order to grow, in order to learn something. That is why we should have certain acceptance again, acceptance, respect, awareness, and sensitivity when we will be going to talk with other people. It doesn't that mean it doesn't that mean in speaking. It also means in writing, in comments, in chat, or in Facebook chat update status. This type of topic that I have given to you speaks for oral and written communication. So, acceptance, respect, and be sensitive all the time so that we may be able to achieve successful communication. And with that, thank you so much for listening. And I guess Happy New Year. And I really wish you well. And I really wish you joy, especially. Thank you so much and have a nice day, people. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Genesis. That was actually a very substantial discussion. I am sure that the audience were able to gain considerable insight in today's webinar about positive communication. That was actually a jam pack of useful and interesting information, sir. No doubt our viewers have benefited from today's webinar. The knowledge you shared will be useful to our audience because you shared lots of interesting ideas about successful communication in an international and intercultural setting. You also, what caught my interest was when you mentioned about the following key points. Number one is to use standard English and terms in sentences. This will using simple English will be is very much needed when we so that we could communicate effectively and also to avoid miscommunication and for us to be able to be understood clearly. As what you have said, be simple, express clearly. We do not need to impress others when conversing. That was very interesting. Another key point that you have given is to use a reasonable pace or speed in speaking, but I think I am guilty with this one because I tend to become to do the kilometrical whenever I get nervous when I am talking. So I have to keep watch on this thing. And then another very interesting idea that you shared is about the keys. Keep it short and simple. Very nice. And then also is being a good listener is very important in communication. It is not just you just talk and talk and talk, but you also need time to listen so that there will be communication because communication there in communication there should be someone who is speaking and also someone who is listening. Okay, what else? And that brought me to my the last key point that I have here, that is encourage interaction in communication. Thank you so much, Sir Genesis. That was actually very interesting, and I will see you again here in the Q&A part. But for the meantime, we will have our quiz competition. But before we have our quiz competition, I would like to remind the audience, don't forget to like, share, write your comment, and tag your friends in the comment box because your attachments encourage us to do better and provide you with our best service. Thank you for your support. And then we will also give the e-certification link in the comment box. If you encounter any problem, you can collect your e-certificate direct from our website. That is www.eduigp.com. Then after collecting your e-certificate, don't forget to celebrate with IGP by your check-in. Now we will move to our quiz competition right after the short video. Okay, go to www. Okay, for our quiz competition, go to www.slido.com. Then our code for the day is IGP quiz. Okay, in all caps. Let's do that. Okay, allow me to join in. So we have some participants here now. Let's give us few minutes. Okay, we are still waiting for more participants to join in our quiz competition. Actually, Circumrule, I don't see the screen right now. I think we're having some error. Okay, that's good. That's better. But then at slido.com, there's a remarks here that states, sorry, there's no such event, active event right now. hmm Although we have some participants already. I think we are having some technical error. Okay, please go to www.slido.com. Let me check that. We'll just fix this. Allow us few minutes to fix this, please, for the audience. Okay. Good. We have 9 participants now at this time. We are trying to fix some issue here right now. So for the participants, please give us few minutes. Okay, this time we have 13 participants. I don't know if it has something to do with my internet connection, but I can't join the competition right now. So we have now 23 participants. Then it's the number of the participants is still increasing. Okay, let's give them a few minutes to join, and then we're good to go. We're almost good to go. Okay, we have 26 participants, and here I have here 36 actually in my browser. We have 40 participants. Oh, this is a big number of participants. We have big number of participants today. And I could see my name there. Hello to all our participants. Hello to Abdullah Al Mamun, to Marie Gold Alok, to Kelvin Linantok, to Ma'am Carmel B. Haen, to Leah Saria, and to Marivic Clavesilia. Hello to all our participants. Now we have 50 participants. And then still, the number is still increasing. Some participants are still joining. Get ready now, any moment by this time, but there are still some participants who are joining. That's good. Okay, we have 55 participants right now. Okay, let's wait for the others to log in. Let's see if there are still some participants. Okay, we have our question number 1. Video conferencing, video chat, and instant messaging are examples of virtual interaction or business interaction. Okay, everybody got the correct answer. It is an example of virtual interaction. That's great. Okay, let's wait for question number 2. Parila Rezahi is leading our leaderboard. Oh, we have four. And also we have Beruz Akbarov, Ramal Jan Aquino, and Elisa Australia, also Anna Marie Joy A. Mercado. Question number two. Internet, cable TV, and mobile phone facilities are example of social media power or internet highway. Okay, 65% answered internet highway, and that is the correct answer. Okay, for our leaderboard, we have Nico Den S. Miro as top one, followed by Lamberto S. Pilatan Jr. and Charles Kaiser Vidal. Okay, shall we have our next question? Next question. Lisa's mother is working abroad and they use Facebook and Skype to connect with each other. What principle of communication is observed in this setting? Study your audience or choose the best medium. Okay, 79% answered choose the best medium, and that is the correct answer. Congratulations. Well done to all of you. Okay, we have still Lamberto Platan Jr., and then followed by Rodolfo Alemania Jr., and then Leah Saria, and then Farila Rezahi. Question number four. A good blank should be clear, specific, and definite. What is the correct answer? Okay, the correct answer is channel. Only 43% of the participants get it correctly. So we have here in our leaderboard Farila Rezahi as rank 1, followed by Ida Ramirez Martinez, and then Leah Saria, and then Emily Franhe. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Next question. Okay, for our next question. A good trait of a blank listens and comprehends the message accurately and clearly. Is it the message or the receiver? Okay, the correct answer is receiver. 91% of the participants get it correctly. Congratulations. Well done to all of you. Okay, now we have Emily Franhe as rank 1 in our leaderboard, and then followed by Ida Ramirez Martinez. Question number 6. A blank is given on time and as quickly as possible after the message has been received. Okay. Is it sender or feedback? The correct answer is feedback. 98% of the participants get it correctly. And then we still have Emily Franhe as rank 1, followed by Parilla Rezahi, and then Ida Ramirez Martinez. Next, question number 7. It refers to a person who transmits the message. Is it sender or message? Okay, 98% of the participants get it correctly. The correct answer is sender. Emily Franhe is still leading our leaderboard and followed by Farila Rasahi and Ramirez Martinez. And then question number 8. Words, body language, and symbols that convey an idea. Is it message or receiver? Okay, the correct answer is message. 100% of the participants get it correctly. Emily Franhe is still leading our leaderboard, followed by Parilla, Rezahi, and Ida Ramirez Martinez. Question number 9. A person who intercepts and interprets the message. Is it a message or receiver? The correct answer is receiver. 98% of the participants get it correctly. Okay, good job. Well done, everyone. Okay, we still have Emily A. Franhe in our leaderboard as rank 1, and then followed by Farida Rezahi and Ida Ramirez Martinez. Next, okay, we have now our last number. Question number 10. Words, body language, and symbols that respond to the sender's message. Is it feedback or receiver? The correct answer is feedback. 87% of the participants answered feedback. Okay, congratulations to our top 10 winners of our quiz competition. We have here number 1, Perilla Rezahi, followed by Emily A. Franhen. Next is Ida Ramirez Martinez, followed by Gilbert La Siste Jr. And number 5 is Carmela Biha. And number 6 is Blin Erlin Acaso, and the number 7 is Romel Hernandez. Number 8 is Lamberto Pilatan Jr. Number 9 is Ara Marie Joy Mercado, and we have Nico Den Esmiro in our number 10. Congratulations to all of you. You will be receiving your quiz completion certificate in a few minutes from now. And before we proceed, I would like to remind everyone, please don't forget to like, share, tag your friends in the comment box. And also spread the information about IGP to your friends. Your attachment encourages us to do better and give our best service. We will now proceed to our question and answer part after the short video. welcome back, Sir Genesis G. Janela. Okay, for our audience, you may start sending your questions now. Okay, for our first question, we have our first question from Peruz Akbarov. Hello, Sir Peruz, how are you? Oh, why improving communication skills take longer time than other skills like reading, listening, or even writing?
Okay, so first thing first, thank you so much, Mr. Feruz, for this question. Um, I really believe that it really depends on the person. If because maybe to some they're really good at communication skills, to some in reading, to some listening, or even in writing. But when it comes to others who are struggling with communication skills that takes longer than any other macro skills that we have, maybe it is because of the approach that they use, or maybe there's something wrong with how they may be able to articulate this when it comes to their accuracy or fluency. Thank you so much, Mr. Ferus.
Okay, thank you, sir, for that wonderful answer. Okay, do we have our next
Mhm.
question? Let me check our comment section. Okay, we have here from John Paul Corsanes. What is the best approach to start a conversation, especially in professional conferences or
Mm.
meetings?
Okay, thank you so much, John Paul Corsanes, for this question. Um, I believe there's no single best approach for this. Uh, but one thing that I can say, as I can only speak for my experience, is that when it comes to professional conferences or meetings, you should have a kind of formal approach because you are in a formal setting and it really deserves to have formal approach or communication. Thank you so much, Jean Paul Corsanes, for that. Formal approach is, I guess, the best approach for this.
Okay, for professional conferences and
Yes.
meetings, we need formal approach. Could we
Mm.
have our next question again? Another question from Feroz Akbarov. As a public speaker, do you have your own secret weapon that you rely on to convey your messages effectively? That is a very
Ah,
nice question.
yes, this is indeed a very nice question. Thank you so much, Ferus, for this. A secret weapon. Uh, for me, as a public speaker, my best secret weapon is actually um, my honesty. The way and my the way I connect with them, showing honesty, being honest is actually a kind of a flow of communication that is somehow they can relate into, or one of for me as a speaker, uh, for me to be able to share my thoughts well is to be open, to show honesty. And if you have that, then I believe there's nothing wrong with you in delivering your message. Thank you so much, Mr. Feruz, for that. That's really nice.
Okay, honestly, for me, I think if I'm going to answer that question, confidence is important for me.
Mm,
Being
but
confident whenever you are
mm,
in a
yeah,
you have you are speaking publicly.
mm,
That is
yeah,
for me.
yeah. For you, it's really confidence. To some, it is really confidence. But at some certain point of time, as an audience as well, people really want you to be honest, to be open.
Yes. Okay. We have here our next question from Evelyn Waperi. I was about to ask this actually. How to enhance one's ability to communicate with people from the diverse cultures?
Mm, yes, thank you so much, Evelyn, for this wonderful question. I believe I had stated it a while ago. To communicate well to a diverse culture, you should follow some tips that I have given to you a while ago. One of the tips that I have given is to have certain awareness, to show respect, to be open, and uh, to be sensitive to that kind of culture that you will be going to talk with and to talk to. So if you have that, I believe that there will be certain successful communication in an international or even in a diverse culture. So, and at the same time, of course, practice, practice, practice.
Yes, practice is very
Mm.
important. That was I was telling Circumrule a while ago. We need practice to be able to communicate
Yes,
well.
yes.
Okay. Next question is from Marife B. Timbang. Some people use slang and idiomatic expressions and they are not understood most of the time. How can you advise them without
Okay.
hurting their feelings?
Mhm. So thank you so much, Mirafe, for this question. That's actually nice. Uh, we sometimes use, even I myself, use slang and idiomatic expressions to not hurt others' feelings, right? And I believe if you wanted to have a kind of communication na an open and flow of communication, then I guess honesty pa rin. It's always being honest. And at the same time, the one that I have given to you, the KISS principle, keep it short and simple. And if you don't want others to hurt, then maybe honesty is really a must when it comes to communication, no matter how it hurts. But I believe honesty.
Okay, honesty is very important whenever we are
Yes. As
communicating
they
with
said,
others.
honesty is the best policy. I also believe about that. No matter it hurts or not.
We need to be honest.
Yes, we want honesty, right? We really want honesty.
Yes, all of us
Mhm.
want honesty. Okay, next question is from Lamberto Pilatan. Sir Genesis, what roles could international and intercultural communication do plays on our fragile international relations at present? How do these skills prevent misunderstanding among nations?
Okay. I have actually, thank you for this, Lamberto. I actually have two roles in mind. One is actually be a metacognitive guide to them, especially in international and intercultural communication. Be a metacognitive guide for them, guide them, facilitate them, help them in this kind of present situation that we are in right now. And the last one is be an influencer, be a model, of course, be a good model for them so that they will emulate you. They will actually follow what you have done. And how do these skills prevent misunderstanding among nations? Maybe because there's something wrong with your communication. That is why, again and again and again, in communication, it should be clear.
Okay, everything must be stated
Yes, of
clearly,
course.
and
Clear.
also the keys. We must keep
Yes.
that in mind. Okay, another question from John Paul Corsanes. What is the end goal of having or establishing effective communication between cultures?
Mm. The end goal for me is, of course, a successful, effective communication. That's the one thing that we have to know, one thing that we have to to emphasize and to inculcate in the back of our minds, that the main point why we communicate with people with different backgrounds or different culture is to be able to share our insights successfully. That's my end goal.
Okay, wonderful answer, sir. Do we have more questions? Okay, let's
Yes,
check if we have more questions.
your questions are
Okay,
actually good. Thank you so much,
yes.
guys, for your
Okay,
questions. It's actually good.
Okay, I think that completes our question and answer part for today. To all the participants who actively participated in our Q&A part, thank you so much for all your questions. I hope that you have gained substantial knowledge and understanding of today's webinar. To our speaker, Sir Genesis Genelsa, thank you for your marvelous presentation and also for the responses and comprehensive answers For the curious of our audience were really good. They were excellent. I am sure that all are satisfied with your answers since all queries or questions were very well answered. Once again, Sir Genesis, thank you so much. Thank you
Thank you
for
also.
sharing your yes, thank you for sharing your knowledge to us. We hope to see you again here in IGP. This is
Sure, sure.
not your first time. This is your second time, and we look forward to hear more from you about communication skills.
Okay. Thank you for
Okay?
having me, IGP. Thank you so much.
Okay.
It was
Thank you,
really an honor.
sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, that actually concludes our program for today. To my fellow knowledge seekers, I would like to thank all of you for attending today's session. Hopefully, you have learned something new today that will be useful in your life. If you learned something or we have been helpful to you even just a little bit, please leave a review on our page. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our Facebook group, Facebook page, and YouTube channel. Don't forget to collect your e-certificate and give a check-in with IGP. And our code for today is IGP4873. You may take a screenshot of this. Let me do that. Okay, or you may write it down so that you won't forget it. Without code, you can without code, no one is eligible for certificates. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. Without an account on our website, you can visit, but you cannot do anything functionally. Therefore, you need to create your account in our website before you can enroll and get your certificate. Please create your account. And then I would like to request again the audience, please spread the information about IGP to your friends. We hope to see you all again in our next webinars. Thank you so much. Stay happy and stay safe. Again, this has been your host, Marbeth from the Philippines, signing off. Bye, everyone. God bless you all.